This, I hate what they did to this lake. I may have mentioned this before, but those cottages or houses, there's way too much clear cut.
Those are more like manors.
Yeah, but there's way too much clear cut. There should be a line of trees up to 30 meters from the water. They didn't. And I doubt very much that they got any water permits to be able to do it, because the province of New Brunswick has one of the strictest watershed laws. Water course alteration laws do need to be respected. If you don't have your permit, expect to have to rebuild the water course better than what it was, having you spend more money than you'd like.
G-forces!
G-forces is being on the Aerosmith rock and roller coaster. Oh, Jesus. But it's not extreme compared to other roller coasters that exist. It's a Disney roller coaster, so they're not going to make something that's going to have you wanting to hurl halfway through the ride. But they were fun. Tower of Terror would have anyone actually wanting to piss in their pants. Thank God my bladder was empty.
Thing is, I filmed the scenery, but there is none. There's just trees.
Not yet, but there's no more snow.
Although we are the 1st of May not this, but next weekend.
I know. Isn't it scary?
Somewhat.
This is where the whole world flips around, and all of a sudden in June we've got 2 weeks of snow.
Look at the pretty birds, the pretty grass, the pretty flowers, and snow. Oh shit.
And behind the snow, the pretty abominable snowman.
Who's very, very upset at having been woken up from his slumber 6 months early.
We'll love him and we'll love him and pet him and hug him and kiss him, and we'll call him George. Yes, George, that's okay. And then the little weasel comes out of nowhere with his napkin, knife and fork, and latches onto the poor George's leg, and that's where we hear in. And George yelling at the top of his lungs. George smash. Houses in this area are hundreds of years old. This one, for example, is at least 110.
Someplace we have to come this summer, though, we have to come playing paintball up here. There's a field right around here.
I'm trying to debate how we would be able to play paintball without having the camera killed.
No, we probably wouldn't be using the camera. We use it when we were in a safe spot, maybe. But I don't think we, unless you were willing to risk it, and I wouldn't be risking mine.
I may have one that we can risk, the old one.
The Fuji, yeah.
Which reminds me, I think I have to take the batteries out.
They're still in?
They're still in for the past month.
Oh shit.
No, that means nothing. They're not going to leak. They're rechargeables, but if I keep them in longer, they will start to leak. Or start to corrode.
Like you open it up and, oh, there's lithium on the floor. Hulk smash!
That would be Nick smash!
Nick, stop hitting me. Stop slapping me. I don't like that. Stop smacking me!
I'd end up, you'd hear something to the effect of me transforming, similar to what I did to Igor in one of the radio sketches with Listerine J or Gargle J is what it would be. It's a gargling. It's similar to Listerine, but it's untested. So the professor tests it on poor Igor, and Igor transforms into this big. Stop. And the professor gets his ass kicked royally. To the point that the professor passes out somewhere mercifully amongst his bones breaking, and the only.
Wait, I have to litter for a moment.
You have to what?
Litter.
Litter. Okay.
Spit up my gum. I might have cut it on tape. I don't think so. They may have.
No, they got the door on tape. Oh, silly us, there's an NB liquor here.
But what they... Yeah, they wouldn't have pump house beer all the way out here.
Not necessarily. They'd have a limited amount similar to that corner store near Chris's camp.
Pump house beer?
I think they had like one pump house beer.
That's the thing, I wanted light ale. I didn't want anything heavy. They probably wouldn't have that out here. Anything that I think that they're not sure 100% is going to sell before it goes bad, they're not going to bother carrying it. They can't afford to.
Bastards.
Although if you live out here, honestly, besides drugs, sex, and beer, what else is there?
Hunting.
If you haven't got a gun or a bow,
walking.
that gets boring.
Driving in a mud pit.
If you haven't got a car, you're kind of screwed because that way out here, you need to drive to get anywhere.
Hitch a ride and hope to God that you actually get to fight some deranged driving maniac.
Yeah, hitch a ride and hope all you want is his bum sex in exchange for the lift.
And that's Mitch when he's edgy.
I haven't had beer yet. Don't do that to me. Yeah, we were here not too long ago. Was it in March that we came out here?
Yeah, and I hope to God this is the proper way, because if it isn't, I'm going to kill Chris.
Well, actually, it said Dorchester, so we have to pass through Dorchester to get to Dorchester Cape.
Yay!
So we have to pass the prison, we have to pass the prison guards' lodgings, we have to pass the actual town, a couple of churches, then we go into a mud road. And then we get lost.
You know, that's sad because the prison, Dorchester prison, was actually autonomous in regards to its food supply and demand at one point.
What?
It's because they had a farm project for the inmates, so
Yeah.
they could teach them valuable life skills, something that they could leave with and be happy.
So more than making shivs in wood shop.